Okay, can everyone hear me? So I'm super bummed. I was literally practicing my little spiel for you guys about 20 minutes ago, and my entire PowerPoint I had it's gone. So part of my course is pretty much the story of my life. So we're just going to go with it, and I'm just going to remember what I had space when. Hadley, please stop, honey. We're going to try to deal with her as well, so bear with me. Like Jen said, I'm Samantha Kreisle. For those of you that don't know, I'm a one-star diamond coach, and I have been coaching for, I think 2.5 years sounds about right. I think it's 3 years in October, so do that math or whatever that is. But I actually started with Instagram. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hadley, I swear to you, you need to stop that. Scoot back. Stop. I'm serious. Okay. Sorry. She's 4 and doesn't listen very well. But anyways, so I started with Instagram really hardcore back in January. And the reason for that was I started to feel like my Facebook was, I don't want to say drying up, but I felt like either everyone was already working with a coach already, and I felt like I was kind of chasing people. And I hated that feeling of having to compete, or it wasn't a good feeling. So I decided I wanted to try something else, go off. At that time, that's when Instagram was first taking off. So I got in on the ground floor, and I started doing all these trainings and kind of putting things together and trying to figure out what worked and what didn't. So I had a whole slide about like Instagram's history, but I think I can try to remember some of the facts. It was founded in 2010. It was bought by Facebook in 2012. I know a lot of you know that. There probably will be a lot of changes that are coming with Instagram. Everyone's kind of against it because Instagram has been so successful because it's completely different than Facebook. And that's one of the things that I like the best is on Facebook, it's hard to really connect with people that you don't know. You can't, if you just comment and like on someone's picture that you don't know, like they're going to think you're weird. Like I would, if someone that I don't know is just commenting and liking, I'd be like, kind of back off. It's not cool because it's not really a platform for that. And if you friend request someone that you don't know, baby, I'm talking. You're going to have to wait. Anyways, so if you friend request someone that you don't know on Facebook, they're probably not going to request, they're not going to accept it because that's not, hold on one second. I'm about to spank your butt. Do you understand me? Enough is enough. Then go out there. Go to the living room. Then sit there and watch your iPad and be good. Well, I don't care. Sorry. Single mom life. But so Instagram is a different approach because it allows you to have those relationships. You can comment and like on people that you don't even know, and they're not going to think you're weird because that's kind of what it's about. If you follow someone, they're not going to be like, whoa, back off. They'll probably follow you back if they see that you're offering something that they're interested in. So with that, Instagram offers you a brand new market. December of 2014, they reported, and that was, think about it, almost 2 years ago, 300 million users on Instagram. Like that's just insane. Like it blows my mind. 68% of those were women. And the biggest market was between the ages of 18 and I believe right in the early 30s. So kind of what most of us are, that's our market. Like those are our people. And yes, there are a lot of coaches and other MLMs that have kind of infiltrated that. But that's some of the things I'm going to go over tonight are going to kind of teach you ways to not be those spammy people. So one of the things, I'm all out of sorts, so I don't have my slides, but a lot of you might have heard of a tool called Instagress. And that's one of, I think, the main things for me that really helped with my success. I know Jen's used it. I think Ashley's used it. I think a bunch of people have used it, but for very short terms, because it's kind of a beast. Like you have to really be able to rein it in. Otherwise, it's not going to be effective. So I'm going to go over that just for a second because I really think that for me, that's made the difference in my followers. That's what's really, because my followers for the most part aren't just spammy followers. They're legitimate people. And I've really worked hard on getting that foundation. And the reason behind that is because of Instagress. So you will see some coaches that use Instagram, and it is spammy. I know most of you, if any of you, hold on, sorry. If any of you use hashtags on Instagram, like if you use FitFam or transformation or any of those, you know, hashtags that you really shouldn't be using, you're going to get all these comments like, awesome, good job, or love your pic, and just like the random like little thing like this, like, and you know those are spam, like it's spam. It's someone that's using Instagram, but they're not doing it properly, so it's really just blowing up your feed, and it's not looking authentic. So even if you weren't a coach and you got, you know, that little thing on your picture that has nothing to do with what you would need this for, like you're not going to want to interact with that person because you're going to think it's really weird. So what Instagram can do is it does not buy followers. I looked it up. Right now it's $80 a year, but they do have cheaper packages if you want to just try a week or a month just to see how it goes. But what you do is you input a list of hashtags. And I always say these hashtags that you're putting in there should be kept under lock and key. No one should know these hashtags. These hashtags are not the ones that you're going to be using on your posts. These hashtags are your soul. Like these are hashtags that, you know, Jen and I have a lot of things in common, but these hashtags, none of them would apply to her most likely, because I really sat down and I had a glass of wine, and Instagram even lets you type it in so you can see if it's relevant, like if it's going to have, you know, 1,000 people that use that hashtag or 10, you know, so you kind of can know. And put in Taylor Swift, it's going to give you a different types of Taylor Swift hashtags. So just because you put, you know, I don't even know one that you could use, but single mom, it's going to say like single moms of Florida, single moms here. So you can even rein that in further. Yes, baby. Then go get your pencils. Go get. You're not scared. You'll be fine. Hallie, I'm not gonna tell you when. Go stand like that. You can have a treat after I'm done. Okay. Okay, sit right down here. Then that's fine. Sit right down there. So you're gonna pick those hashtags, and according to those hashtags that you pick, you know, that's fine. Yes. Instagram is going to comment and like on people that use that hashtag. So none of these should be anything really related. I mean, you can, like Sarah could do something more with rock climbing and that sort of thing, but none of them should be the generic fit fam or transformation, because I guarantee you almost every single coach, every, you know, it works girl are using those hashtags. So it's not going to help you. You might get a lot of likes and a lot of comments, but they're not legitimate. They're not. I always say I would rather have one comment and one like from a real person who might want to either, you know, buy a program and join a challenge group or become a coach than 1,000 likes from other coaches, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't mean anything. So with Instagram, you put in your hashtags and it likes, but it does not do the work for you. And something that I do. If you don't use Instagram, this isn't going to really apply to you, but I know a lot of you were thinking about using it. When you go into Instagram, like, and you go to your little person that shows your feed, there's a little like widget or a screw, and it'll say posts you've liked. So you can go in through there, and I always do this every morning and usually in the afternoon when I have not. Please go back over there. Sit down. When I haven't been very active, because I know all the ones that it says that I've liked are ones that Instagram really liked for me. It wasn't really me. It was Instagram liking the ones that it thinks that I like according to the hashtags I put in. So I can go through and start like building relationships with those people based on what Instagram, you know, gave me. So it's not like they're just doing it for me. I really am going in and doing the work, but it's kind of cutting out a lot of like the busy work of finding the people. And it just takes out a step for me. And I had a slide that pulled my statistics, but from, I think, March 27th, it had liked, stop, child, look at me. You're not cute. No one thinks you're cute. Okay? Sit down and be quiet. Do you understand me? Then stand up and be quiet. But it had liked, I think, 9,000 posts. No. It had commented on 9,000 posts and had liked like 300,000. Just since March. So just for you, like, that's crazy. I mean, and yes, all of those aren't really things that I would like, But I would say a good 60% really, since I've really been able to hone in on my hashtags, they really are people that I want to interact with. So it really does help build that with me. Another thing that I do that's really helped my business is, number one, you have to realize if you're doing Instagram for business, it's got to be for business. You can't, you have to develop a tough skin. And one of those is, I downloaded an app, it's called Followers. And it tells you refresh it and it tells you how many people have unfollowed you. And I know sometimes that seems scary to be like, oh, you don't want to see how many people are unfollowing you. And when I first started, honestly, it was kind of harsh because I was seeing people that I thought like really were my friends, like they really were my friends in real life, like, and they were unfollowing me, and I'm like, dang, like a part of me wanted to message and be like, why did you unfollow me, you a-hole? But it's a business, and so I kind of started this thing where if someone unfollows me, I unfollow them, and that's not to be rude, but it's a business, and for whatever reason, I turn them off, and they. Child, you are going to get in so much trouble after this call's over. Now stop. I told you, you can say hi after it's done. But it's a business. So for some reason, I wasn't their cup of tea. I'm not going to chase them. I'm not going to waste my time with them in my feed commenting on liking. Because usually a couple hours a day, not a couple hours a day, but a couple times a day, I'll just flip through my Instagram feed and just double tap all the way down. Because it's interacting with people, and I know the people that I'm following, I legitimately like. And if someone slipped through the cracks and I see like an It Works person up in there, like they're out. Like I unfollow them immediately. Or if it's another coach that isn't on my team or someone that I know, they're out. Because you want to keep that feed to where you can just go through and tap and you're communicating with these people. And of course, if I see something that I can comment on authentically, I will. But I try not to make just wasted comments. Like I try to actually make a comment that is about their post, and then you just keep going through, double tapping, just interacting. Another good thing that I do, and this is what I did before Instagram, and this is going to be really good for those of you who don't want to spend the money yet, or you just, you want to try to do it on your own without having the Instagram bot, is there's a couple different ways. Hadley, you're being a little too loud. You can't concentrate. So there's an explore button. I don't know if you guys know that. It's the magnifying glass. Stop now. You weren't even supposed to be here tonight, okay? So please sit down and be a good girl. Then stand up and be quiet. So all the ones in this explore are ones that it kind of, Instagram tells you what they think that you're going to like based on ones that you've liked. So this option is kind of hit or miss, because sometimes you'll get ones in here that you don't know why they're in there, and they might have like 5,000 likes. For me, like even on my Instagram, if they have more than 50 likes or comments, I don't think I choose to even interact with them, because then you're going to get lost in all the mumbo jumbo. Like you want to find people who have small followings and small comments and likes, so that you don't just get looked over. So in the Explore tab, that's one way. Honestly, that's kind of a last-ditch effort for me, because it really is a lot of going through and weeding through. But one that I've really started to do, and I don't know if you guys know about this, but you can do places, and you could type in, like under place, you can type in Chris River, Florida, and you can look through, and I mean, it'll say Chris River Beef O'Brady's. I mean, obviously, I live in a very small town, so there probably won't be very many people that use that location to check into. But you can do Crystal River and look at people and just find people that you think that you would mesh with. So like if you, like Jen, she does a lot of paddleboarding. She could find a lake or something that a lot of people go and check into and find people on there. For nurses, like you can find a hospital like Monroe Medical Center and then go through and find people. I mean, I never just comment like on anyone's thing. I have to legitimately feel like they're my kind of person, and that we can have a connection, like a real connection, before I interact. I don't just do it to do it. So you go through and you can find like people and then comment, like, and then follow them. And I usually try to, if I follow them, that I am dead set, I know that they're, a potential prospect for me. And I will comment on a couple of their things, and usually like 2 to 3 at least, and then comment on 1 to 2. She'll be back. And then the other one you could do, and this is one that I really started to do as well for searching for new prospects, is find a celebrity or I mean, celebrity is what I do. Like if, I don't know if anyone you know, like Lauren Conrad, but she was like on the OC. Not the OC, but the Hills. Can you hear me? Can I have a thumbs up if you can hear me? Okay. So I was unstable for a second. I got a little nervous. But you can comment. You can see who's commenting and liking on her stuff. And if you see people commenting and liking, you know that they're active on Instagram. So they might be good people to start developing relationships with. So you just do the same thing. You know, you'll follow them. Okay, turn it around to where the hole is, silly girl. So you'll like and comment on their things. And that's just a way, I mean, it takes time, but in order to build your Instagram, even with a tool like Instagram, if you don't, it's your baby. Like if you don't put the effort into it, you're not going to get solid people that are following you. It's going to be, you know, coaches or things that aren't really, it's not going to help your business. I mean, yes, you might see that number go up and get a little excited because you're, you know, seeing it grow. If it isn't solid followers, then there's really no point, and it's really not going to help you. So one of the other things, I kind of skipped over it because I didn't have my slides, but your profile. This is a really big part of you being successful because that's the first thing that they're going to see. So, you know, your profile picture, one of the trainings I saw said that you should keep your Facebook and your Instagram the same profile. What, baby?
The dentist said no sugar.
The dentist did say no sugar because you have a cavity.
Look at a tree.
Okay, I did say a tree. Thanks for calling me out. Okay, we'll talk about a tree after, okay?
Oh,
No, we can't smell that. I can't see my phone. So anyways, your picture should be the same for pretty much any platform you use because that's going to be like your brand, and it'll be easy to track you from each one. So if you change one, if you're only changing it, like I know a lot of us did like the temporary profile pic for certain things, that's fine. But if you decide to change your profile pic, try to do it on both so that it makes it easier for them to find you, especially if you have a name that isn't so different. So your Hadley Brooke, please stop for the love of Pete. Your profile should be very clean. You don't want, I've seen, you know, if it has a crazy font, make sure it's easy to read because we live in a society where people don't want to waste time. Like if they can't read it, they're going to skip right over you because it's not easy for them. So you want to make it easy. Bless you. So for me, like I have like a BSN, RN, future ARNP, like that's my job. Like that's, no, once I'm done with this, then you can. I put stay-at-home mom to Hadley Brooke. You know, that's a big part of my life. And when I add her name in there, it shows I'm a little bit more of a person. I'm not just, you know, stay-at-home mom. Like it kind of warms it up a little bit to have that communication. I have a daughter. Someone else might have a daughter. I put medic, military veteran. And then this was a big one that I didn't realize for a long time. Don't put, I used to have, I think, like Star Diamond health and fitness coach or something. From what I have experienced, that is the wrong way to go about it. You should simply just have business owner because unfortunately, a lot of MLMs have given network marketing a really bad name, and people don't want to interact with you if they think you're a coach right off the gate because they think that you're going to try to sell them something, and they've had so many bad experiences that they're turned off from it. I'm sure that's disgusting. A lot of times you might even see when you're looking for people, they'll write straight up in their profile, if you're selling shakes, wraps, pills, don't even message me. If you're a coach, leave me alone. And you can't really blame that person. It's probably they've been, you know, targeted and preyed upon and they have a bad taste in their mouth. That doesn't mean that they won't possibly come around. So if they see right on there that you're a Beachbody coach, they probably won't even look any further. Like, please whisper. They'll probably stop right there and not even give you the time of day. But if it says business owner, they'll most likely, you know, give you a swipe and kind of look at what you have. And it kind of gives you the opportunity to maybe win them over when they see that that's not what you're all about. And then if you have a website, include that too. Because people will click on it. Like I feel like the majority of people that traffic my website are from Instagram. They just come across my profile and they hit it just to kind of see who I'm about. If you have a website and a blog, that's perfect. If you don't, then you can even, good job. If you don't, you can even link it to your Facebook, but I would never link it to your Beachbody website because people aren't gonna know what that's about. They're just gonna click on it and they're gonna be turned off. She's working on her sounding letters. Good job, Hads. Okay, good job. But another thing, okay, Hadley, you're driving me nuts. Bless your heart. Okay, listen, sit down. So one of the things when to post, I always say the 4-5 rule. So every post that you make about Beachbody, I mean like blatantly Beachbody, like a transformation or a hard coaching invite, you should have 4 non-Beachbody posts to kind of split that. Because you don't want someone to look at your page and then just be like transformation, and then because they're going to be turned off. You want them to follow you for you and then just kind of sprinkle in everything else. And that's not to say if you have a picture of your kid that you can't throw in there a little bit about, the freedom that coaching has allowed you. But I'm going to tell you something, 9 times out of 10, people on Instagram really aren't even reading what you write. Like they're just looking at the pictures. So you kind of have to be smart about how you place the pictures and what you write on them if you want them to try to read into there more. Otherwise, they'll just see, a picture of me jumping on the beach and be like, wow, she's jumping on the beach. You have to be able to put something on there to kind of catch their eye. But other things, it's kind of like, I know a lot of you have done the things where it says pick 5 things. Instagram's kind of the same way. Like you want to sprinkle it in there, but you want to have other things that you're also showing consistently. So for me, it's obviously fitness, the freedom that it allows me, my family, who's driving me crazy right now. Inspirational quotes is something I always post, and then like funny little humor things. And people know that I post funny little men. So they, follow me. A lot of people follow me just for that reason. So you have to find your thing that people are going to follow you for. If it's recipes, you can even do that. And you can link that to, your blog. There's so many different ways that you can set yourself apart from other people. Your pictures they don't have to be perfect. Like you don't have to be a photographer, but I would say try not to put like a grainy photo. I've been using an app called, Pick Tap Go. I don't know if you guys have used it, but it's the best one I found because it's so quick. I seriously can like change a photo in like a second. It brightens it up. You can go black and white. You can, have it be more crisp. It's so much easier for me.
Yeah, my mom's right.
Thanks, Hadley. Okay, thanks. So you can even set in your own little recipes in there so that every picture, okay, that's enough, so that every picture looks the same.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, whisper please to yourself. Another tip, I think I have a couple more tips to go over. One of them was I go through my Facebook at least on my own Facebook, my Instagram at least once a week of all my previous posts, and I clean it out. So if I have any of those spammy comments, like you are driving, okay, there you go. If I have any of those spammy people that commented, the random things, no lie, I will delete, I will mark it as spam, and I will block them. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I don't want my feed. What, baby? Is she shy? No, baby, but her mommy's trying to listen. She's not trying to be obnoxious. Maybe she can talk to you after, okay?
No.
Yes. This is my life, people. But anyways, so I clean them out because obviously the hashtags I'm putting in there, they're picking up on. So I don't want all my posts to get flooded with these people. And it's going to continually do that if I don't block them. So if I never blocked you, I'm sorry. Just message me and I'll unblock you. But usually people on our team, I don't block. But if they keep sending the same, interesting pic or great post, I get rid of them. But also I say to go back through there, mainly because Instagram only notifies you, I think, 20 or 25 of the most recent. So if someone comments or likes on something, you may not see it if you don't go back and look through every single comment. And there's nothing worse than going through and seeing that someone was really interested in the challenge pack 3 months ago. So I say at least once a week. If you do it on Sundays, go back through to the following Sunday and clean all that stuff out and make sure that you haven't missed anybody. I think that was it. I've been a little distracted. I apologize. She wasn't supposed to be here when I agreed to do the call. So I thought that I would have freedom. But are there any questions? I know I went kind of fast and I'm scatterbrained.
I know I do. I want to know, that was all so great. I mean,
She's talking,
Hey,
baby.
Sugar, I have Instagress going for 30 days. So I'm going to go in and like really narrow in on my hashtags. I'm going to see what I'm using, probably get rid of not all of them and change it. So I love that. But so how would you go about when you come across people that you want to invite? What's your process for that? Right.
Honestly, if I want to invite them, I make sure that it's not like, yes, sometimes I do the cold invites, but I really form them. Like because I really genuinely like them. You know, like the people that are on my stuff, like they're not just randos. Like I really like them. I think they're funny. And, you know, so I already commented and liked on a lot of their stuff. So then I'll shoot them a message. But 9 times out of 10, they come to me because, you know, we have kind of, if they see that I'm posting about challenge group, it's not like something, you know, like on Facebook where they might say, there they go again, you know, posting, you know, it's like, oh, that's something interesting. It's not so much in your face like I felt I was being on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
So Lindsay says, what about the tiny URL for your app to a challenge, for your application to a challenge or coaching in your bio?
Sometimes I will do that, but it's only for a short period of time. Like if I say, stop, please.
I don't like this kid. I don't like this.
You're so tired. If I say like, oh, I'm doing a challenge group, I will say, you know, please fill out the application in my profile. And I'll leave it there, but it's only there for a short period of time because you have to remember to change it. So you can't, I have done that and I have got some applications from that, but you have to be very mindful not to just leave it there because people will click on it and they won't know what it is. Because people, believe it or not, they click on more than you think. I was thinking about when you go and you see someone that looks cool, you click on theirs. Like I know I do. If it takes you to their blog or whatever. So I mean, you want to make sure that whatever's there is very purposeful and it's going to help your business, not kind of people wouldn't really know what's going on with it.
Yeah. So if you have a sneak peek coming up, then for the whole week when you're sharing about it, keep an application up there and just send them there. Hey, Sugar. So that's great though. And then after the week is done, then change it back. Right. That's really good. Yeah. Okay. What other questions? I love this. So what was the thing you could find out where people are unfollowing you?
It's called followers. I think if it's not, I'm about to spank your butt. Stop. I'm almost done. Stay down here for your butt spank. I think it's free. If it's not free, it's like $1. You can also pay here. Play the pony game and just give me a sound, okay? You can even pay. I'm kind of neurotic, so I even went as far to pay like the 99 cents to see who has blocked me just because I'm weird. But I know I have problems. But I mean, the thing about it is 9 times out of 10, the people that are blocking me and unfollowing me were the same as me. Like they were already coaches or they were, you know, It Works people. I don't know if you guys know this, but It Works people will follow you all day long. Like they'll follow you and then like 3 days later unfollow you. So it's like that's the majority of people that unfollow me. But every now and then I will have someone that just unfollows me, and honestly, like that's fine. You know, I unfollow them, and unless I really thoroughly like on my top 10 list, then I'll keep trying to get them back. Other than that, I just let them go.
Okay. What other questions you guys have? Okay, so when you're creating your list of, you know, hashtags that are like you said, like so don't tell us yours, obviously, but for an example, like for me, you know, I'm into paddleboarding, gardening, homeschooling. Would it be things like this that are me, but not coaching?
Homeschooling, not so much, just because everyone uses that. But if you can hone that one even more to like, I mean, whenever you go, I mean, I don't know if you've done, I mean, you might have done it. When you like type in homeschooling, there'll be like 1,000 more hashtags. So you want to find some that are more specific. I mean, you can even do like the brand of paddleboard that you use, like stuff like that people, hey baby, yep. But you don't want to follow one, like you don't, if it's one that has like 1,000, like a jillion people, you don't want to do that one. Like you want to pick one that's in the middle that has a good amount, but it's not overused because then you're just going to get lost in all that.
Got it. I'm straight up like that's my like takeaway for tonight. I'm gonna sit on my Instagram and fix all that up. I'm gonna because you're right. You can type it in and it pops them all. So I'm gonna just sit and go through them all. So
and sometimes you'll have to adjust them. Like that's why if you go into the little screw and you see that you liked, if you see that you're liking a bunch of coach stuff, you can look through and see what hashtag that it's doing and take that one out. So it really is a lot of trial and error, and don't be afraid to, invest in it and play around with it. Because you'll start to see, I told you the one time I was commenting on like pornographic images, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I was so mortified someone messaged me, but they're smart. Like they were using like, I think it was a stay-at-home mom hashtag.
Oh.
So I was doing, but no one wants to get that message in the morning, like, hey Sam, you're liking these pictures. So I'm like, but you just have to keep like rolling with it and, taking those ones out and finding the ones that work.
Lindsay said, so do you send a direct message invite? How do you make sure they see them? Because she sent so many and nobody ever sees them.
Those are so hard. Like I really don't like the direct messaging on Instagram. If anything, I try to get them to email just because it's so, I hate it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I really don't use the messaging so much. I try to get them to my email from the get-go. Like I'll say email me or leave your email below and I'll email them, right? Because it is so sketchy. And a lot of times, like I don't even know if you know this, but you can send a message to someone and then go in and delete it, like after they've read it, so that you send them another one and they don't know. I don't know why they do that, but I guess it's good if you want to try to get them. Is it Instagram or Instagram? Instagram is the website that we're talking about that does like it likes and comments for you.
Yeah. So we're talking about Instagram, the app. And so she's talking about, INSTAGRESS is this, what is it? This site that comes in and really helps you to grow your account. Yeah. Got it.
And it really does. I know it's an investment, but it really does help create, if you do it right. It takes time though.
Just leave that in the post, Lindsay, but you don't get what. Here's another thing that I'll do. So yes, I'll do the direct message, and I actually have some really good luck with that actually. So I'll go over there and direct message, and they always see them. And I actually have and I get them right into Facebook though. We'll start chatting about what I do and how I can help. And then I'll just say, or email, I'll either get them into my email, let's chat there because it's so much easier. You can type more, or I'll just say, shoot me a friend request on Facebook and we'll chat there. So I don't like to have much going on in the messenger. Or like today I was talking to somebody and right on one of her photos, I just said, email me here, and she did. So she's going to see that.
People are more receptive on Instagram than they are on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I don't know, it's just the way the community is. Like people are more, once you get your people, like they're not turned off by that kind of direct approach.
Right. Awesome. Well, I love it. These were all great tips and takeaways. And like I said, my call to action is really going to go right over to it right now and see what kind of stuff that I've been, liking, commenting, change out all my fitness hashtags to other stuff. Anybody else have any questions or anything to add?
I think we're about to get cut off.
Thank you, Hadley, for sharing your mama with us tonight. Love you, sweet baby girl. Bye.
Hi, Miss Jen.
What's your name?
It's Jen.
It's Jen, sugar bug. You sweet thing.
Hi, Jen.
Oh, hi, baby. All right, you can have your mama. Thank you for sharing her with us.
You're welcome.
Night, night, little one. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
guys.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Sorry about this little one.
No worries. Not at all. It was super great. Let me take a quick photo or it might shut off. Smile, smile, smile. I tried. I got it. All right. Thank you so much. Good night. I'll put the recording in the TV tomorrow.
Good night. Love you, Jen.
Night, night, sugar. Love you. Sleep good tonight.
I'm Holly.
Bye, Holly.